Assignment 1, Com 48. For this assignment I had to use DirectX 10 and create a 3D room, just as seen in tech demos. As shown here on screen, I have enabled dynamically moving first person camera, so I can simply move around the X, Y or Z axes by using the arrow keys, shift key and space key. Pressing R resets the scene. The room consists of 4 walls, which I created by creating one wall and then simply translating and rotating the same wall 4 times. A ceiling, which is a separate plane, and a floor, which is also a separate plane. All walls and floor and ceiling has been textured correctly. The floor itself is tiled in texture to make it seem more realistic. My room has pictures in it. These pictures are simply created by a plane with a texture that I have created. The frame is added within the texture. As shown here on screen, I also have a window which is transparent. To do this, I simply created the wall, cut a hole in the texture so that there was only alpha values left. I then applied alpha blending to the wall texture to make the alpha values invisible. I then applied regular blending to the glass window to make it transparent. As you can see from on the screen, the effect allows me to look through the window clearly and see the backdrop of the city. These are a few of the photos I have created. I got all of my texture from Google Images and NVIDIA texture packs. I then downloaded a frame texture, and in paint.net I combined the two with layers. This gives the photo a certain depth and a nice lighting effect. As you can see on the screen, I also have a table. The table consists of 3 sets of vertices. The first set of vertices define the top plane, which is the top of the desk. The second set define the back plane, which is the back side of the desk. To create the other sides, I simply rotated and translated and also scaled 2 of these planes. The final set of vertices is the back side of the leg. To create the 4 legs, I simply translated and rotated the back side 4 times to create 1 leg and repeated this process 4 times. As you can see on screen, I have a glass of water which is transparent on my table. This glass of water is simply a small plane which is rotated around the y-axis 360 degrees. Each time the count goes up by 10, I simply draw 1 plane. It gives the glass a nice lined effect like a regular glass. For the pieces of paper, it is simply a plane which is rotated on the z-axis to give it an angle. I have 5 pieces of paper, all at different heights, just to give it some depth. This is my laptop. The laptop I created by using a plane for the top and a plane for the back and a plane for the side. The back and front was much different. I had to actually invert the scale to make the laptop invert calling mode so that the front and back could be seen on either side. By pressing L, I can open and close the laptop. By pressing O, I can turn on the laptop. I added a counter for the texture so that I could simulate the laptop turning on. O also turns the laptop off. Within my scene, I can switch rasterizing states at any time, such as wireframe and solid. I also can switch the culling method to front, as shown here in solid and wireframe, back, as shown here in solid and wireframe, and none, as shown here in solid and wireframe. Also, I can simply press R to reset. This will reset all the values such as the bowl values, the float values, and the camera position, etc. If I had more time to do this project, I would have liked to incorporate collision so that the user cannot leave the room. I also, if I had more time, would like to have included a texture atlas for a TV. And lastly, if I had more time, I would have liked to include anti-aliasing, some multi-sampling and super sampling.